What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got another pretty cool review for you. This one is another Spyderco, which I'm always excited to review another Spyderco. I actually did a size comparison and showdown video between this one and the Drunken a while back, so I kind of featured it a little bit on that. Been having it in the collection for a while, just haven't done a full review on it. Before I get into it, hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe right down there if you want more of it. I really appreciate it, guys. Thank you to all my Patreons, channel members, subscribers, everyone. You guys are awesome. I do live streams every Saturday morning. Try to do it every Saturday morning, 9:30 a.m. Central Time. Call it live from the garage if anybody wants to join in on that, and do sporadically do some verticals and stuff. So anyway, this is the Spyderco SpydieChef. This is another Taichung Taiwan made Spyderco. Pretty good stuff coming out of the Taichung factory. Before we get too far into the review, this part is the overview, trying to get those timestamps right in the video. Maybe if I say it enough. Here's the overview, it'll do it. So all the way from the tip of the blade to the end of the handle, measuring the SpydieChef, Spyderco SpydieChef, you are looking at right at 7 7/8 overall. Blade length measured horizontally in parallel with it, you're going at 3 5/8. Now cutting edge right at 3 5/8 also, if you measure it that way, because of that generous upsweep that they got going on there. Let's go ahead and we'll do some blade stock thickness testing right here with our calipers. You're looking at 109 thousandths on the thickness. Full flat grind on this one, going all the way down behind the edge. Do it right there at the belly. Behind the edge, you're looking at 24.5 thousandths. Fairly thin on the handle, you're looking at 395 thousandths on that handle thickness there. Let's get out a few size comparisons. Let's see here, what do we got? Do the usual suspects first. That is the Cold Steel Knives 8010 and the Demco Knives 8020.5 slicer version right there. So kind of right in between the two in overall length, although thinner than the 8010, and well, maybe, I don't know, what do you think? Comparably as thin as the slicer, so that's pretty cool. Alright, let's see, we got the Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and the Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. So kind of right in between the both, although again, more cutting edge for sure than even the Rat 1. Put those up. Let's get out some Spydercos. What better compare a Spyderco with than another Spyderco? Alright, so the PM2 is a little bit longer in overall length, which means the pair of 3, Spyderco pair of 3, will definitely be shorter than that, since it's pretty close to the PM2. Now, if you look at the cutting edge, way more cutting edge than the pair of 3 on that one. Maximate's getting a little patina about it, and way more cutting edge than the PM2, right? Got a little bit more of a choil on the PM2. Put those up. Let's do some Spyderco brothers of this one, I guess you could say. These are some more Taichung Taiwan made Spydercos. First out, we'll do the Spyderco flipper. That is the sliver axe, one of the few flippers from Spyderco. That's a Taichung one. We'll do the Spyderco smock, wearing a fancy pair of Kevin smock custom scales. Pretty close to the smock, really, but the smock has way less cutting edge because the smock does have that signature looking forward finger choil on it. Absolutely awesome knife there, both of them from Taichung Taiwan's factory. The Kapara, one of my favorite Spydercos, an amazing knife. The Kapara, a little bit longer than the SpydieChef. Cutting edge on the Kapara, though, is fairly close, right? And it's got a forward choil, but it doesn't cut into the blade, right? So something to keep in mind. And last but not least, as far as size comparisons go, this is another Mortine Sleece design. Now, he designed a few Spydercos, the Techno, the Sleece Bowie, which is one I'd love to get my hands on one day. This one is a swayback, Spyderco swayback. And that one, of course, the SpydieChef. Now, some really obvious differences between the two. That's a swayback, right? So you can't reverse flick that one. Swayback shape, different, you know, ergonomics, different, a lot of stuff. But same designer, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so that will do it for the size comparisons. Let's get out the scale. This thing, I waited on the one with the Drunken where I did the battle showdown video, but I have not. Does it have milling? No milling on the inside. I don't know. I forgot what it weighed from that one. It feels like it weighs pretty light. I'm gonna guess 3.5 ounces will be my guess. 3.8, so not too far off at 3.8 ounces. So yeah, it's right at that ounce and inch ratio, a little bit over the ounce and inch ratio actually, but that's no issue to me. I mean, it carries fairly light, feels good. Let me get out the blue jeans here. We'll check out how it carries. Got the Spyderco wire clip with kind of a different little coating, almost like a gray coating on that, which I guess helps keep it from rusting, right? A little bit shy of deep carry, but still a lot less sticking out than your standard like spoonbill, you know, Spyderco clip. I prefer the wire clip to that one. I really like the wire clip. Some people hate it, some people love it. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Shoot, let me know what you think about this knife overall. Any comment, any advice, any you know, history or knowledge of it, whatever, is always welcome, of course. And I'd love to know what you guys think about it. So that is how it carries in the pocket. Let's get out. That's a T8. Yeah, let's try the T8 first. And no. Alright, so you got T8 on the pivot and T8 on the clip screw and the pivot, but the body screws are T6. Ugh, that's weird. Wish they were all T8. That would be really cool, but I guess it's good that the clip screws are T8, so just be careful when taking this thing apart. This is the RIL, I believe is what Spyderco is calling it. It's the frame lock originally invented by Chris Reeves. Reeves integral lock. Pretty good engagement there. Nice little cutout. You can get your finger in there pretty good, you know, which coincidentally shows up perfectly in line with that Spidey hole. I think that's pretty cool. It'd be nice if they would have cut the lock bar out a little more, but I can understand, I guess, why they didn't. We kind of cut down on the stability of it, maybe. They, you know, maybe cut out that a little deeper, go a little down, I don't know, but you can still reverse flick it pretty easy. So as far as that goes, no issues there. Now I think that, yeah, that's it as far as hardware goes. Now this thing is comparable to the Drunken. I would say it is a it is a fingerprint magnet, so you gotta, it will pick up some prints for sure, but comparable to the Drunken as far as ergos and stuff goes. Materials, this is titanium. The blade material, LC200N, you can see right there, LC200N is an ultra stainless blade steel that also has excellent edge retention. It has been a really good blade steel in my experience with it. It will not rust unless you live in a, keep it in a corrosive environment. I mean, if you put this in a tub of salt water for a month, yeah, you'll probably see some rust on it. But other than that, you know, just carrying it normally, even in an ultra corrosive environment like where I live here in New Orleans, Southeast Louisiana, shouldn't be too much of a problem. Deployment is pretty good. Like I said, it would be better if they had a little bit more of a cutout, but I can understand again why they didn't. But Spidey flicking it, no issue there. Just gotta kind of get used to how to do it, and you can open it with pretty much no problem. I like that upsweep. Some people hate it. I really do like that kind of upsweep on it. It goes really good for pull cuts. Like if you got some rope, put it over, cut it like that. You know, works really good with those type of cuts. You can kind of set it. Oh, there I go, messing up the Spidey flit. You can kind of set it on a cutting board, rocking back and forth. And that's what this thing was, the name of it, the SpydieChef. You know, it is designed kind of to be a food prep knife for, you know, a pocket knife, right? I mean, that's one of the uses for it, and that was kind of the theme of it with the design. The hardware blacked out. That's pretty cool, like how they did that. No issues there. As far as billboarding goes, you know, not really too much, just your usual Spyderco stuff. You got Spyderco LC200N right there. You got the Spyderco logo on it. Pretty much everything you see, you know, steel logo with a Spyderco. On the other side, Taichung, Taiwan, factory where it was made, and Martin Sleece, that's the maker's mark right there. So yeah, no issues there whatsoever. As far as cons on this one, I would say, you know, if they could have gotten the flickability, you know, maybe a little bit better, that would have been good. No forward choil, which is kind of a bummer, but really, if you rest your finger right there, again, like I've said many times before, I wear a large size glove, have average size hands. I think if you rest like kind of the, like a little trigger pull, the first knuckle right in there, that feels pretty comfortable and locked in. But if you grip it all the way like that, you're kind of feeling a little bit of that cutting edge there, so that's not recommended. Now choke back on it, still full 4-finger grip, and this is not an over 8-inch knife, it's under 8 inches, so you know, just the fact that it has such a long blade for that, I guess what I'm trying to say is the blade to handle ratio is pretty awesome on it. So that's one thing that's preferable right there as far as it goes too. Would have liked to have had a backspacer, would have liked to have had these be T8s on the body screw. You know, maybe figure something else out as far as the opening method. Other than that, this is a really great knife. They go for around 300 bucks. Kind of high, but I mean, everything is nowadays not as unreasonable as a lot of other ones are, and that are very comparable to this. Kind of like the Drunken. I mean, the Drunken is an upgrade as far as materials go, I think, a little bit, but it's double the price. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're really attracted to similar designs and you're looking at that one too. Drunken also Sinkovich design. This is Martin Sleece design. I wish they would have put that tumbled finish on here. Satin's, you know, satin is satin. I mean, it's not too bad. You know, it's very reflective, though, very much a fingerprint magnet, so it's going to show that pretty good. If they would have put that more kind of tumbled, you know, finish that one's got on it, that would have been, you know, preferable for me anyway. But yeah, overall, really great knife. I like it a lot, and I'm really happy with it. I go wipe the fingerprints off of this thing for the 18th time, I guess. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and hey, hit the like button if you like the content. Subscribe right down there if you want more of it. Really appreciate you guys watching me. Appreciate all the support. It's a great community, and any day I get to review a Spyderco is always a pretty good day. So until next time, you guys stay sharp.